Jill and I are so excited to be here tonight. There were some newcomers to this place, but do we have any newcomers to Impro? Is someone watching Impro for the first time tonight? Make some sound. Right. Extra welcome to you. Just to clarify then, everything you see on this stage is completely and utterly improvised. We have no idea what's going to happen, what lines we are going to say, what roles we're going to take, nothing. So this will be super exciting because this is also an improvised AI experiment for the first time, I think, in Sweden. We're doing something like this. And we are extra happy to have with us on stage tonight one of the creators of the Improbotics. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big hand for Piotr Mirovski.
Hello, my name is Piotr Mirovski. It is a Polish name with a French accent, and I live in London. So it sounds very complicated. It's actually even more complicated than that. It's almost as complicated as Brexit. So this story of Improbotics is a story of international friendship. And before I continue about this, I need to say that this show is currently being live streamed on YouTube to one of the founders of Improbotics, Corey Matthewson, who is in Canada and who's watching us from Edmonton, Alberta. Hi, Corey! And so Corey and I met online 2 years ago, and we decided to do improv comedy with an artificial intelligence. Why? Well, because if you can do improv with anything, you'll be able to do improv with anybody. So it's a good training. And we started doing shows. Some of them were actually remotely. So Corey would connect via Skype or Hangouts, and we would do shows sometimes from 2 different theaters, live streaming with 2 different audiences in 2 different time zones. And it was a miserable failure, which is the principle of improv. We have to try hard as possible. At some point it will work. And so we have decided to create Improbotics. And on the first night of rehearsal of Improbotics, I met Jenny. And Jenny was an amazing, talented, with a giant CV of improv from Stockholm and Sweden. And I was, oh, so great that she's moving to London. And so we chatted about it, and she asked me direction to the airport. What? Are we actually going back to Stockholm? Yes, Jenny did commute back and forth between London and Stockholm for the rehearsals and practice and the first show of Improbotics, but it's set up in London. So of course at this point we had to set up a multinational improv technology corporation. So Jenny became the CEO of Improbotics AB. I am the CEO of Improbotics Limited in London, and Corey is the CEO of Improbotics Incorporated in Canada. And we have an account in Panama. So we do artificial intelligence-based improvised comedy. So how does this work? There is a chatbot that we built. It is based on neural networks, which were trained on the dialogue of 100,000 movies, going from 1902 to 2017. And of course, some of those movies don't have a lot of text, like for instance, silent movies, just like little captions. Others ones have lots of text. Some of those movies are very deep and profound, like Deer Hunter or the Decalogue. Others a bit different, like Deep Impact or Deep Throat. So they may contain politically incorrect dialogue and language. We place lots of filters on that. But an even better filter is a human filter. So there is going to be a human being operating the chatbot, the AI, typing the text, and then looking at suggestions and selecting some of them and sending them over to one of the improvisers using a very special brain-computer interface. That's called headphones. And if you wonder why this show is in English, it's because, well, at some point we need to train a version of a chatbot that works in Swedish too. But so far we only have a version in English. And I think that's all that there is to say about the AI in the chatbot. It is a real, genuine AI that's running on the laptop. And there is a tradition that we have. It is to ask everybody in the audience to take a deep breath and lower your expectations. I mean, we are bringing several laptops on the stage. Just let you know. Voilà, that's all I had to say.
And it's time for the first challenge for our cyborg. So that is, like Piotr was explaining, an human improviser connected to the artificial intelligence. The cyborg will try to cope with human situations, like dating or getting a job, getting fired, some things like that. And we will see if the cyborg succeeds. And the challenges will be hosted by Tommy Rydling. We have Tommy Rydling.
Thank you so much. I'm super excited about this. I have an advanced randomization thing going on here. I have a lot of notes with unique challenges for the cyborg, so I'll just pick one at random. And we will see what the first challenge will be. So for our first cyborg challenge, can the cyborg give a moving funeral speech? Let's find out. So I need one person on stage to accept the connection to the cyborg, please. All right. Hook up to the cyborg network and the comms check, please. Awesome. More people could join as you see fit. At least 2, maybe more. Feel free to do what you feel is best for this grave situation. So the cyborg here, Linus is hooked up to the cyborg network. He will give hopefully a moving and respectful funeral speech to the deceased. And to get us started, can I ask the audience, what do you believe? Do you have a suggestion for what the last sentence was that the deceased uttered when he was alive, or she?
You will never get me.
You will never get me was the last line of the deceased. Thank you, and action.
What is wrong with you? That is not right.
No, it's
No.
not.
I will not do it.
Oh, please do it. Please give your speech. It was beautiful.
You have to go on.
I'm not okay with your brother. He was not my son. This is the last word I said. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
For what? Yeah, for what?
What did you do?
Is there another revelation?
He was not my son?
I'm not the one. There was another guy.
Were you there when he was killed? Is that what you're saying?
Do not say that! That is not true. No, that's not true. Not true.
Is it true?
No, that is not true!
It is true.
Oh, do not say that! It's not your sister.
What?
Oh, please go.
It's not my sister.
He's not welcome anymore
No.
in the family.
This is inappropriate.
I am the lion!
I knew it!
Thank you! I think we and a unique funeral speech. All right, let's see what the next cyborg challenge is. Can the cyborg give advice to a young adult? Let's find out. I need one person on stage to hook up to the cyborg network, please. Come straight, please. All right, I need a young adult to be advised by this cyborg. Anyone? All right, so Lynn is a young adult. She has some deep, profound question growing up that she needs answers to from a wiser person and or machine. Do you have a suggestion for what kind of topic she wants help with?
Sex,
Love.
drugs, and rock and roll.
Excellent. Well, I heard something here.
Love.
Love.
Yes.
Let's go with love. Excellent suggestion as well over there. So we want to know more about love and your cyborg person. Can we also get the relationship? How does the cyborg relate to Lynn? What is the relationship?
Yeah.
Housekeeper.
Housekeeper. You're the housekeeper. Very wise housekeeper. All right.
Toby, I wanted to ask you something. How do you know if you're in love?
Well, it is. No, I'm the expert.
Yeah, that's why I asked. I know that you have many girlfriends.
What is this? What are you doing? What are you doing here?
This is my room. But I'm sick from school. That's why I'm here in the daytime. You know.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Not me either. But how do you know if you're in love?
My room, please.
You can get the room. If I could just, I need to know. Because it's this guy. I know, that's.
Thank you.
Yeah, it might be you. I might be in love with you. What do I do?
I don't want to go into any business. I want to save other women. I'm the one who needs to rest.
Yeah. Sorry I asked.
Thank you. All right. Wise cyborg advice there. Let's find out our third challenge. Can the cyborg join a couple's dinner? Interesting. So I think we need, can first one person come up and hook up to the cyborg system, please? Go. And I think we need 3 more people on stage, or at least to join the stage at some point. Konstrik. Good. So Jenny will play the cyborg. Maybe you are together with Linus. So you are a couple. You are the host couple. So you're preparing, and Linus and Jenny will arrive shortly to the couple's dinner for a nice time. All right. One suggestion from the audience. A topic that you shouldn't bring up on a couple's dinner.
Politics.
Politics. Excellent.
Stacy, you know how important this is for me so that they are satisfied of this dinner.
I know, honey. I know.
The entire career is resting on our shoulders and on how this dinner tonight goes.
Honey, take a deep breath. Calm down. Okay. This will be perfect.
Yes. Sure. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Please, be at your ease. Be comfortable. We have introduced each other.
No, I'm Franz.
I am Peter.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hello, Samantha. It is such a pleasure to see you.
One more time.
Samantha, it is such a pleasure to see you.
One more time.
Oh, Samantha, Stacy and I are delighted to see you. We are going to make you stay as comfortable as possible.
I have forgotten the first time I saw you.
It was a job interview. You know, I was sitting behind the desk and you were interviewing me.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I remember you.
So do you enjoy working for Samantha?
Oh, she's fantastic. She's great. You're doing a great job, Stacey.
Yes, of course.
You're a good guy.
Thank you. We've been married for 12 years. I do not drink coffee. You don't drink coffee? Okay.
We have tea.
Good that you said that.
We can serve tea.
It's the right time. Okay. Some shrimp to start with. So how long have you been together?
Oh, it's ages, Samantha. It's. Do you remember from?
I'm on my own. I'm on my own.
Samantha, you're drifting. Welcome back. Yeah. We've been married 10 years soon.
Oh, anniversary. Wow. Oh yes, of course. How rude. We should have a toast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Sorry.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
You do not have a film like this.
No, I don't have this cap on my.
I just wish you luck.
Thank you. That's very nice.
You are the master of the world.
Oh, thank you. Does it mean I get a raise? A promotion?
Good luck.
Does it mean I have to change job? Oh,
I'm
God.
sorry, we have mortgages, you know.
Yeah, we need to take care of our future.
Do you have anything to drink?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Of course. Sorry. Oh, yes, well, please.
How can you be so selfish?
Honey, only half? Fill it up. I'm so sorry. This is embarrassing. I'm sorry. You know, if I can be honest with you, he has been a bit nervous about this dinner. I mean, he really looks up to you and he thinks you are an amazing person. Yeah.
And a very inspiring leader.
Mm.
We are all very admirative of your talent, your skills, and in leading the company. And it is really a pleasure and a honor to be under your leadership.
I have a job.
Yes, you have a
I
job.
have a job.
Oh,
Does it mean
for me,
a promotion?
a promotion.
This must mean a promotion.
Oh, Oh, it's so. So
This is too much. Oh, honey. Oh my God, we can build the pool.
Yes,
Awesome. Not a problem to go on a couple's dinner. So let's move on to our fourth cyborg challenge of the evening. Can the cyborg get a job? Not only give jobs.
Yes.
All right. One
Already.
person for cyborg interface. All right, and I need one person to do the interview. Give it like a chair. Yes. All right. So, dear audience, what type of job is the cyborg Lin trying to get?
Assassin.
Firefighter.
Assassin. Interesting. What other things did I get?
Firefighter.
Firefighter was it?
Pizza delivery.
Pizza delivery. Let's go with pizza delivery. You're seeking a job as a pizza delivery cyborg.
Yes, please sit down. I've read your resume and it's average.
Yeah, you see, I don't have a job.
No, and you haven't had one for some time. Usually we just try to employ people with some go-ahead spirit. What have you been doing the last couple of years?
You want to help me?
Well, if you can help the company, of course I want to help you. So what have you been doing for these couple of years? There's a big gap in your resume.
I do not know what you mean.
Well, you see, we try
What
to.
do you mean?
I try to see if you seem like a trustable person regarding to your previous engagement.
What's the matter? Is there a problem?
Well, it isn't a problem per se. We just have some pizzas. They have to go out, and on our last guy, he's off. So we need someone. And I was hoping, because you look strong, but I'm worried. What have you been doing?
Oh, no. You're kidding.
I'm not. I'm not insinuating anything. It's a question.
Oh my goodness!
No, I don't know. If there was something I said, I know I kept my hands to myself. Okay, you don't want to answer that
I'm
question.
just taking the body into the shed.
I'm sorry. Okay, you've had some problems in your past. Forgiven and move on. So, are you really past this dead body handling business?
Well, take a look around.
Yes, I don't see any dead bodies. Have you moved some? Where's that line of applicants?
Please be careful.
Thank you.
Very aggressive but effective way to get a job. Let's move on to challenge number 5 for the cyborg tonight. Can the cyborg give a moving wedding speech? Let's find out. I need one cyborg, please. Awesome. Please do a comms check. And for this wedding, I need a wedding couple, a newlywed couple as well. And feel free to do relatives and so on and so forth, exes and whatever is needed. What is a specific trait of the newlywed couple? How would they be described, do you think?
They love curling.
They love curling, the sport.
Yes.
Yes, they love curling. They are newlywed at the wedding banquet. And the cyborg is the mother of one of these people. Is it the mother of Piotr or Jenny? Piotr. The mother of Piotr. The newlyweds love curling, and here is hopefully a very moving, heartfelt wedding speech.
Oh, great. And my mother always has the best words. She's been an inspiring thing.
You told me.
Yes, she's been an inspiring thing in my life. So now it's time for her to take the stage.
Do you see that?
I do see love in front of me, Mother.
I have been worried about you. About you.
You were worried that I would not be trustworthy
I
enough.
thought you were some kind of a friend.
Mom?
What have we done?
Mother? Mother?
Sorry?
Mother?
But I am so lucky that he loves me.
Mother, I understand that. But there is a time that we need to cut the umbilical cord. Mother?
He's a very nice guy.
Mother, it is my wedding. It is our wedding.
He got a lot of money.
That's not how it works today, Mother.
You got money?
Who cares?
If you are with him, you are not even close to him.
Mother!
It's not fair.
Mother, it is time to move on. It is time to move on. Mother, I need to get out of the womb. It is time for me to cut the umbilical cord. I do have a right to have a life. I do have a life to build a family. I do have a life to create something. And you're just wasting our wedding. But we won't allow you to do that, Mother.
How could you say that to her?
Because it is the most important day in our life.
I am sorry, but I have something to tell you.
Yes, she does.
I'm listening, Mother. I am listening. We are listening. We are in there together.
Oh, please do not fall asleep for a second. You need something.
Good. We won't fall asleep. We are scared enough of what comes out of your mouth,
I
Mother.
am so sorry. I didn't mean to.
You're perfect. I don't know what I've done to her.
You have done nothing. You're perfect. You don't need to change. I need to change. I need to get out of the womb. I need to get rid of my mother. We are going to move to a different country.
Okay? No, I want you to like me.
Oh, please.
She will never like you. It happened to me twice already. It's my third wedding, which is cancelled.
What?
Yes, I didn't tell you. The other two brides ran away. And it was always Mother who was destroying our future.
I think it's all your fault.
No, it's not. It is yours, Mother.
I think it's your fault.
What?
Thank you. All right. I think for this challenge, I would want to invite someone from the audience to suggest a challenge to the cyborg. I think you've, yes, over there.
Yes. Okay. Can a cyborg?
Yes, go on. Can the cyborg?
Can a cyborg?
På svenska? Kan du säga på svenska?
Ja. Jag kommer inte på någonting.
Säg till om du kommer på det.
Ja, men
Anyone else?
jag glömde bort det.
Ja.
Can a cyborg propose?
Can the cyborg propose? Let's find out.
Yay.
Only one challenge away. So I need a cyborg, please. Please hook up and perform the comms check. So this cyborg is very much in love with one other improviser, and the cyborg needs to somehow get a proposal.
Do we have a comms check? Nice. And so this cyborg is in love with Linus and wants a proposal. And where are we when this proposal or potential proposal?
At Tivoli.
In the garage.
In a garage.
In a prison.
Oh, sorry?
In a prison.
In a prison. Ah, that's yes. Well, we'll go with the garage. But that was an amazing option. So we're in a garage. You're in love with Linus, and you want to somehow get the proposal done. Can I ask one more thing? What is it about Linus that the cyborg loves so much? Some kind of a personal.
Hair.
The hair. The hair.
The monkey.
You love the hair. You love the hair, among other things. All right.
I brought you some flowers.
You did? Oh, wow! Thank you. Did you pick them yourself?
How well are you?
I'm well. Yes. Are you? You look fine today, but a bit sweaty.
That's a nice one.
You're nervous.
You're a genius.
Thank you. So I think it's a good idea to come to the garage today. It's a good day for fixing the bikes.
I have a name for you.
Yeah, I know. I know. Did you get some new name now?
It is a beautiful place.
Yes.
I'm a little bit of a strong guy.
You're strong. You're so strong. I love your arms.
Thank you.
Yes.
Peter.
Very good.
Yes.
Peter. Get the thing.
I do not want to leave.
What is this? What is this? What?
I'm playing the song.
That is the song when we first met. At the sewing company. Is it? No. No.
I go to the world of beauty.
I know
The world of beauty.
everything you touch is beautiful. Everything you do.
I go to the world of beauty, and I don't want to be alone. You see, I'm a candidate. I don't want to be a woman.
Of course. Yes, of course. I will be your candidate.
I'm a public worker.
I will be your candidate.
I will not give up on you.
No.
I will not give up on you.
We have something, I know.
But I've been in a coma.
Is that a
I've been in
yes?
a coma.
What did you mean? A coma?
I will not give up on you.
No. I will not give up on you.
That's the point.
Thank you. Awesome proposal from the cyborg. Never give up on your love. I think it's time to bring in another element to the show, right, Jenny?
That's right, Tommy. You already know, you met the cyborg, a human improviser controlled by an artificial intelligence. Now I introduce to you a second kind of player, the puppet. So the puppet also gets his or her lines through the headset, but they are constructed by a human intelligence behind a second computer. And then another person on tech, Micke. And in the following scenes, we will have three kinds of improviser. We will have the cyborg that you already met. We will have the puppet, a human improviser controlled by another human. And we will have a free will human improviser saying whatever he or she wants. And the thing is, you won't know who is who this time. All will be wearing headsets. And the cyborg's job is to blend in. And after each scene, you will get to vote who you think was the cyborg, the improviser controlled by an artificial intelligence. And so it will be sort of a live Turing test. Let's see if the cyborg fails or succeeds. And yes, over to you, Tommy.
Oh yes, thank you again. So for this first live Turing test, I will just need to prepare one receiver for the cyborg and one for the puppet, and one fake receiver for the human, so we don't know who is who. And can I please have 3 people on stage to receive the receivers? I will do the advanced shuffling randomization. Nobody knows which is which anymore. Please hook yourselves up and perform a comms check. And while they set up, from the audience, can I please get a suggestion for a workplace where these 3 characters can work together?
A bar.
Art gallery.
A bar. That's good. Good. So you all work in a bar, and can I get a suggestion from you? A reason to be jealous at someone.
Someone is rich.
Someone is rich. Yes. So you all work at a bar together, and one or several of you are jealous at someone for being rich. Maybe one of you can start on stage, and this will be kind of a longer story where you can play yourselves in and out a bit, maybe 5 minutes or so of micro scenes in a short story. So you can decide who starts on stage, and then the others can enter as we go along.
Nobody drinks long drinks anymore.
Yes, and we can say hi. Hi.
Hello.
We should make a decision.
What is the most expensive on the menu?
Don't be stupid. The truth is, there are men who do not come in.
What is your point?
Lisa, did you have a new car?
It is a ladies' bar, you know.
What do you want from him?
To be honest, I don't know. But I saw a brand new car parked outside.
I would like to be a model.
Yeah, I could see that you could be a model. Yeah, absolutely.
What's the name of that book?
How to become a model? Did you read it?
I read it.
Your wife just came to visit me.
It's great.
Okay. Lisa. You don't say that, even if it's true.
The car is mine.
Is it yours?
What's the important thing?
I parked it.
Excellent. beautiful car.
I like to get
Can drive, you know.
Why?
I look young.
Yeah.
I have a license for scooters.
When I was a child, I felt like a happy child. This is a good home for me. It's so great.
Yeah. Yeah. Spend more time here than I do at my other home. Seriously, the car. How did you afford it?
I have 3 homes.
You can do whatever you want, Mr. Kim.
I can, yes, I can.
3 cars, driver's license, a wife, and you, model, material.
I think I'm gonna buy a 4th home.
Don't be shy.
I'm such a loser.
Okay. 7 homes.
I am staying in Rome.
Okay. Home with only toilets.
Rome. Yes. Rome. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's do one more of these. Oh, hang on. We're gonna vote. So, right. We had one cyborg controlled by an AI. We had a puppet controlled by another improviser, and we had a free will human who could do whatever he or she wanted. So, by clapping your hands, who among you believe that Linus was the cyborg? Clap now. Yes, a couple of people for that. Who among you believe that Jenny was the cyborg? And who among you believe that Lina was the cyborg? Clap now. Yes, thank you. Tech, can you please confirm the identity of the true cyborg in the scene?
Jenny.
Can you also confirm the identity of the puppet?
Yes.
All right, let's do one more of these live touring tests. So I need 3 people on stage to receive the randomized receivers. All right, and for this scene, I would like to just get a suggestion for a location, please.
Butterfly.
Paris.
The bitch.
The para what?
Paris.
Paris. Where in Paris?
The Eiffel Tower.
In and or near the Eiffel Tower.
In the cave.
In the Eiffel Tower. Yes. Eiffel Tower is fine, and a reason to be very happy.
France just won the World Cup.
Who won the World Cup?
France.
France won the World Cup. Excellent. So 3 people, 1 cyborg, a puppet, and a human met at the Eiffel Tower. You probably already know each other. And one or several of you are very happy because France has won the World Cup in some kind of sport.
Today, the one thing I saw was the rest of the world. Oh.
This is not my home.
Oh, don't worry about it. The world is filled with happiness. This is the first time the attention goes on.
I'm so happy.
Oh, I am a bit afraid of heights. Of heights.
I've been waiting for you.
Oh. Sorry, I'm late.
Do you know him? He's my brother.
Yes.
But I had to keep my eyes closed. We are too high up.
What's wrong with this man?
I think he is not here.
So?
Now you and me.
How high is this tower? How high is this tower?
What's the matter?
Oh. Just wondering.
I have to say something. How high is this tower?
Say it.
I cannot take this to the final. Put your hand down.
No.
Put your hand down.
Ow. We were having time of our lives.
Sorry. Can we go down again?
I will not accept that!
Can we go down again?
I will not accept that.
We have to go down.
Can we go down? There is more of Paris than this tower. This is a World Cup after all.
Thank you.
All right, time for another voting. So, who among you believe that Lynn was the cyborg controlled by the AI in this scene? Clap now. Who believe that Linus was the cyborg? Clap now. Who believe that Piotr was the cyborg? Clap now. Can you please confirm the identity of the true cyborg in this scene?
Yes, half of you got it right. It was Lynn.
And can you confirm the identity of the puppet?
It's Piotr.
Sinon, j'aurais parlé en français, quoi. Enfin, sinon, j'aurais fait l'intro en français. Voilà.
Awesome. Do you have a reason? Thank you. So it's time to end the first act with. I think we can all agree that the cyborg passed with flying colors every challenge we threw at it. So I think it's time to step it up a notch and do something that is truly difficult, which is improvised poetry. So I need 3 people on stage, please. So one of these people will be cyborg, one will be a puppet, and one will be a free will human. And together they will create an improvised poetic installation.
What's that?
Well, it's sort of like a poem, but they take turns telling it because there are 3 of them. Also, it's kind of
expressionistic, so they might do like sound effects or space work, like painting a picture of an environment that they are talking about. And well, since it's improvised, it has never been performed before, it will never be performed again, and we don't know who is who. So you can perform your comms check while I ask the audience, can I get a suggestion for a poetic title? It could be just a word or a very short sentence.
Winter is coming.
The what is coming?
Winter is coming.
Good.
God is a seagull.
The what now?
God is a seagull.
Yes, I know, and it's also very poetic. Yes. So the title of this poetic installation is God is a seagull.
If I could fly. If I could die, do not forget to take us back to Earth. Earth, heaven, Mars.
I've already been there.
Everywhere. And nowhere.
This is the beginning of the great coming of the old universe.
I've already been there. Everywhere. Everywhere is filled with seagulls. If I could fly.
He is the Sultan of the universe.
He is the palace of the world.
The universe. This is where the world grows up. From a war.
I've already been there. The stars, the universe.
I do not know who is in the condition of my death.
Everywhere and nowhere. God is a seagull.
So for the final time in this act, dear audience, I will ask you to vote. Do you believe that Jenny was the cyborg? Do you believe that Lynn was the cyborg? Clap. Do you believe that Lina was the cyborg? Clap now. Can you please confirm the cyborg? Jenny was the cyborg. And can you please confirm the puppet? Lynn. For the first act, right?
Yay! That's right. Yes, that was our first act, and we will now take a break, get some air, get some drinks in the bar, and I think me or Per wants to say, me or Eric wants to say something.
He's in the window.
There you are.
Yeah, so there's a 15-minute intermission. Feel free to buy refreshments at the cafe. If you want to smoke, which I don't encourage it, but if you want to do that, go all the way to the subway and go home. No, there's an ashtray over there, so you can buy, you can put out your cigarette there, but not smoke in front of the neighbors because we want them to love us.
And we want to keep the air condition on, so the same procedure as when you came in. Keep the doors shut when you leave the area for either the bar or the outside.
Yeah, if you want to go outside and drink something, do one at a time. Don't bring drinks outside. If you want to go to the restroom, it's right behind us. So you form a line going here, and then when you achieve your accomplishment, make a big entrance here so everyone. Also, feel free to take a free folder. We play all summer, every Friday. We have a show here. So yeah, that's it for us. Woo!
Hej! Jag är superspettig.
Vad härligt att höra dig.
Ja, det här är att höra på Instagram. Det här. Vi ses snart igen.
Du sitter på källkoden. På den tiden på
Men det var igår eller imorgon. Men det Men jag märker men det är lite skillnad på de har så mycket respekt för varandra. Något fall var det inte skulle alla andra komma.
Jag tror det. Ja. Nice.
Vad bra, det är bra. Hur funkar det egentligen?
Nej men.
Jag har varit här hela tiden. Jag blev så till mig igår. Jag hade fått så med det här var nästa vecka när jag går fest. Och så igår, men det är ju idag. Så jag blev fest. Härligt det är.
Är det roligt att titta på? Ja.
This is the future of info.
Jag tror det är helt fantastiskt. I love you. Ja. Sen började de tillbaka och prata om en lokal kurs. Jaha, så då ja, ska jag sätta. Men innan ja,
Satsar du på? Ja, men var det bra? Kan gå i garderoben. Ja. Ah, okej, så.
Ja, men liksom, det gör Nej, men alltså jag älskar det. Jag sitter här, alltså jag har... Ja, det är bra. Jag sitter på tredje raden.
Då kommer man inte säga någonting till någon annan.
Do it.
No one is here. No, exactly. So everybody's like.
How about this? Oh, it's okay. There's the drinks. Oh, sorry. I should have been doing
Men gud vad snabbt. Ingen.
So we got this very high rock, and it was like one jump off into the sea. So we did this kayaking for 30 days. It's about 45 minutes to 1 hour east and southeast, and it gets to the islands there. It's yeah, the name of the national reserve there is an island that's national reserve. And we got like a tower, and like you see all yeah, so we started at 9 and we were at 5 all day, pretty much. You'll just go this way?
Hello and welcome back. Did you have a nice break? Yes. Did you go and get some air? Yes. Did you go and get something to drink? Yes. Good. You have maybe seen the pieces of papers on your seats. Please hold on to them and they will be explained after the second act. So, in the first act, you have seen our cyborg, the AI-controlled improviser who gets lines through the headphones from an artificial intelligence. And you've seen it succeed again and again in our challenges. And you also met the puppet, another improviser who gets lines from another improviser. So it's time for the ultimate test for our brave cyborg. And what can be more difficult than playing a long-form improvised play? Exactly. Yes. There's nothing more challenging, nothing more complicated and difficult than doing that. So that is what we're going to do. So the challenge for the cyborg this time is not only to play a long-form play, but also to blend in with the other improvisers. Again, we will have one AI-controlled cyborg improviser.
Don't worry, I get this wrong all the time as well.
Thank you. We will have a puppet, so a human controlled by a human improviser on the keyboard. And the other players will be free will human and can say whatever they want. Yes, and afterwards we again will have a voting to see if you could spot the cyborg and the puppet. That's it, right? That's it. To get us started, so it will be a longer piece with more scenes, a long story, all improvised, of course. And to get us started, we only need a word from you.
Apple tree.
Apple tree. Apple tree. Apple tree will be the name of this show. All right. So, Improbotics AB proudly presents Apple Tree. Woo!
The higher you go, the better they are. You are my son, and I love you.
Thank you, Father.
I hope that you will take care of this apple farm when I'm gone, Eric.
Yes, that's correct.
I hope, Eric, my son, that you will take care of this apple tree farm when I'm gone.
Where are you going?
Wait. Some say heaven. You know that I'm sick, Eric. And I need to hear you say that you will not let this farm disappear. Say it.
Yes.
Thank you,
Yes.
son. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to see you again.
This view is the best view I've seen as a view.
Do you have carrot juice, Alice?
I'm gonna give you a good time. I want to be with you.
No one eats apples, you know?
This is true. This is a true thing you are saying.
It's all about carrot juice and beet juice.
The first time I was here, I was told to take this job. It's the best place for you to be.
We should remove everything. We should remove the trees. It's not a perfect view.
How dare you? You politicians think you can write a document and chop down the trees.
Bauhaus. From horizon to horizon.
Mr. Henderson, I beg of you. I have worked on the tree farm for my entire life. My son will hopefully work there, but not if you destroy it.
Do you know the last time I saw a person eating an apple? 2 years ago. It's only carrot juice now. No one will miss this.
I have seen. Pow wow.
Bauhaus.
Bauhaus. Do you, Mr. Henderson, do you understand the irony of cutting down trees to build a place where you can buy planks?
No. No. I'm a politician. I do not work with irony and sarcasm and hypothesis. I work with realpolitik.
Shame on you, Mr. Henderson. I challenge you. I just hit you with my rolled up newspaper if you're wondering.
Oh, I felt it.
That was a challenge, Mr. Henderson.
I accept the challenge and I warn you, do not mess with bureaucracy.
I have been properly warned.
Sarah,
Yes.
father asked me to
Yes, dear.
take over the farm, trees farm.
That is great news. What are you going to do with the property?
I don't know. I can. I promised him to continue with the apples. Who is this? Hello.
Hello. Are you joining the audience?
Yes, it was just someone from the audience. Or what kind of character do you want me to be?
Superhero.
Okay, then I am Batman and I'm going into the crowd. If there is room. We have to fix this stair. Sorry.
Yes. I can't remember the last time I ate apples. And you are allergic.
I know.
I have to be clear. There's no other way to do this matter. I have no other choice but to follow this method. Okay?
Did you talk to Mr. Henderson?
I was not in the mood for those days.
I did.
I don't even know how my heart is.
Are we doing the chopping now?
You're very powerful.
Son!
Father!
I'm a man.
Why didn't you stop them?
They were very convincing arguments.
Like what?
Like, I cannot eat apples.
Have you seen this view?
It's not a view anymore. It's a wasteland.
Such strong arms.
And where were you from?
Perhaps we should build a gym.
As you can see, I'm very well.
One of those outdoor ones.
I thank you, sir. And I leave.
If you need any help, please come with me.
Where you can work out.
Alice. Your help, Alice. Your help was really invaluable in getting this great
If you need any help, come with me.
As a matter of fact, there's the problem with all the cut down trees. They're right outside the entrance to the Bauhaus, and people, well, they're worried. All the allergic people, they stay away.
That's not a problem.
Not for you, but for the merchants.
Since this is a deserted city.
Sorry?
Since this is a deserted city.
Well, people don't live here. They come here to shop, and the people who lived here, they moved away because it was so depressing, except that over.
It looks like a metal pole to the public.
A metal pole?
Yeah.
I always imagine it a big box. But the pole.
That's right.
But anyway, it was great working with you, and you're a great backstabber.
The board must have heard the message of the battle.
The board most certainly has.
That's right.
You are the one who cut down my trees.
I admit in doing this.
Have you no shame?
Actually, yes.
Oh,
I did not know they were yours. I am sorry.
well. If you are looking for a way to pay me back, then could I please borrow your chainsaw and plenty of gasoline, please?
Yes. May I ask what you're going to do?
I have some cutting down to do.
This was my father's.
It's heavy. Top it up. This will be the instrument of my revenge. As soon as my name is Henry Senior the Third, mark my words.
Let's go.
Yes. First, first things are that this is wrong.
This is for all of us.
But it should be for all of us. All of us. Not just all of us. You know, the view, the apples.
You're good, boss.
I try to be. I try to be, but I fail every time. I mess up. Okay? Do you read me?
I'm not very good as I am.
Oh, but you are. You're just a bit egocentrical, maybe.
You're right. I'm looking forward to seeing the future.
Yes.
I stand
Great young man.
before you today as not the great old man I was, but a politician in the pocket of big anti-fruit. Ooh. And this is the future. Ooh. Resistance is futile. You can't stand in the way
with politics.
of economics. Power is too.
Yeah. Get in what he yeah, throw on his
Throw
side.
harder! Throw harder!
Throw rotten things at it. There we go.
There still is some power in the apple. I retreat.
We did it, son.
Yes. We showed the true power of the apple.
That's the true power of the apples. I sense that there is a new generation of apples coming on. But it is too late for me to carry that burden.
I must show you something.
Yes.
Since the Bauhaus opened at our farm,
Yes.
we were to live in the model house they built for us
Yes.
in the display area.
Yes.
I planted some apples in the display växthus. And now they are growing.
That's beautiful, son. Eric, did you do that for me?
Yes. I took one of your apples to put them into the...
What has happened to your hands? You're all itching and red.
I know. It's my allergic reaction.
Didn't you wear gloves like I told you?
So they were not on sale. But I have to do this.
If you don't want to work with apples, you can just tell me before it's too late. I am going to do something awful tonight, and I don't want any unfinished business.
No, what are you doing?
I am going to do some cutting down. Not you.
What are you cutting down?
Mr. Henderson and his assistant Lucy.
I'm with you, father.
I know you don't mind me calling you.
If you stay here, you're going to die!
No, I feel protected by my capital. This is a palace of commercial possibility. I'm untouchable.
No, people will not know what you're doing. Now people will not know what you're doing.
Is it the time? Is it the time now to act? I have a lot to attend to.
In the morning, I will open the next shop in this complex. It will be a great cutting of ribbons. I seem to have misplaced my scissors.
You'll be the one that talks like this.
Yes. Did you see my speech?
I am here.
Yes, that is obvious.
I have something to say.
You are not the only one who's responsible for this.
Try this apple.
Why are you looking at me like this? Tell me what you feel.
It's so sweet and that's even. I was just about to summarize my feelings. Maybe I got things wrong.
You messed up.
I have a long way to go. Do you have any apple juice in this bar? I need energy. Do you have apple juice for an old man?
I have never seen such a strong allergic reaction before.
Oh,
Only carrot juice, sir.
carrot juice. Nonsense. Why would a man pour carrot juice over his heart?
Did you find the juice? Hello?
Eric, my son. Look. Show me your hands. Carrot juice.
What? Oh.
Rub them together vigorously.
You are allergic too.
Yes. Look, it's helping.
It's been spreading.
No, but carrot, what about carrot juice? It's helping, son. Yes. This means that you have no reason to not work with apples the rest of your life. Aren't you happy?
I am so happy. And no reason to kill Mr. Henderson.
Well, I think Mr. Henderson deserves a minnesbeta.
We can arrange a carrot ball.
For us. Okay, it will probably be in big
For the both of you.
great thing.
Mr. Henderson as
Yes,
well.
what? I will not take a bath with Mr. Henderson
Why not?
unless you mean blood bath.
Oh no.
I think this is right. Here.
Bath and beyond. Beyond what?
This is life. I feel 20 years.
What is going on? Why are the men in carrot?
What is Mr. Henderson doing here?
The carrot is making me so happy. So.
Mr. Henderson, get out of my carrot!
I was pushed in here.
Get out nonetheless! Get out!
Cucumbers for your eyes? Or do you prefer beetroot?
I don't understand the question. Well, I'll take the carrot. Oh,
Put them on your eyes.
Well, very proud of you. Thank you. I'm so happy. Me too. We found a way to correct our mistakes. And apples and carrots living together. It's really beautiful. It is. You're not eating it. No. I'm allergic.
I came to make peace.
Very happy.
You may stay in the greenhouse area.
What about the trees you cut down, Mr. Henderson? Go up and look outside.
I know what I did and I'm not proud. But I was given the most sweet apple I ever tasted.
Yes, what sort?
And you must name it after my assistant Lucy. And then I tasted another sweet apple. And you must name it after my assistant Alice.
Oh, you have several assistants.
Do you want a cabbage massage?
Yes, you can massage me while I tell this politician what I don't agree with. Mr. Henderson, it would be appalling of me to name those apples that you describe as sweet, to name them anything else but Eric, after my son who planted those apples in the model house where you forced us to live after you cut down our farm. Do you understand what it takes to grow such an apple? Yes, more on the right side.
We have a special price on potato peeling. Perhaps an onion scrub?
Yes. Mr. Henderson?
Name the apples what you may, I offer my hand in peace. Did you take that chainsaw swimming in cabbage juice?
No, it was standing beside the tub.
Garlic shots for everyone!
Yes! Yeah, garlic shots for everyone.
The voting.
Yes. We need to conduct a Turing test.
Yes.
So, this time, there was one cyborg controlled by the AI, that's right, and one puppet controlled by a human being, a human intelligence. We are first going to ask you who was the puppet controlled by human intelligence. And I'm going to ask you to make the sound whoop whoop if you think that it is the right person as I am walking past them. I see. And now, I'm not going to reveal who's the puppet controlled by human improviser tapping lines.
Wow.
I'm going to ask first the question, who was the cyborg controlled by the chatbot? Again, whoop. Flying colors! The AI has fooled you completely. Who was indeed the puppet?
It was Leah.
And the cyborg was...
Yes.
So that's the end of the second part. We left some questionnaires on the table that you can fill if you want to. They are anonymized, they're anonymous. And it's basically for a study that we are doing, because we are in the group also scientists, and we're also interested in the interaction between humans and machines to create art and improv and theater. And we are writing actually cross-disciplinary research papers using feedback from audience and from improvisers. So if you want to contribute, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can just answer the questionnaire, and it will be anonymous. Thank you very much again. And thank you so much. Stop there.
And thank you.
Yes.
Creating this together with Corey. I don't know if it's still on. And for letting us be a part of this amazing experiment and be a part of the Improbotics family. Thank you so much.
So
And thank you too.
Thank you.
If you like the show, tell all of your friends and tell them to come back on Sunday. And you are also welcome back on Sunday to complete the new show, of course. And like us on Facebook and like the webpage.
Improbotics.org.
Improbotics.org. Thank you so much for coming.